Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Nick again. You guys, it is so hot these days. I don't even know where the heat's coming from, honey. I guess that's maybe above my pay grade, but it looks super bright because it's just so hot. So forgive me if the sun is like literally shining over here. That's why I'm wearing shades. So welcome to the luxury dragging marathon. Every single video this week will be a dragging video. I thought this could be something cool and fun, and I know you guys like these videos. I love to make them for you because I think it's all hysterical and fun. One of you was like, you should post the nice reviews. Well, that's not really fun, is it? We know why we all like these videos. It's because they're messy. So let's start off today. Let's start off here at the Cartier boutique in Stockholm in Sweden. I went in to see if it was possible to exchange the ring my husband got me for our 20-year anniversary, and the ambassador was not very friendly, like the essay, was not very friendly or empathetic and declined my request for signs of wear, which I hardly wore twice. I don't know, girl. If I'm going to go to Big Cartier to buy a ring and I have to like buy the ring that you likely wore twice, I mean, what does that mean? What does that mean, likely wore? I have some like jewelry that I have lightly worn, but it's still worn and it's still like, it's still jewelry that I've worn. I don't know, girl. I don't want to buy your used ring as a new ring at Big Cartier. So I'm not mad at them for saying no. Same location, Cartier Stockholm in Sweden. As a teenage watch enthusiast, the employees were really rude to me and were looking at me as if I was going to steal something, which was the total opposite of professional behavior I was expecting, especially since the Omega store was nearby, treated me really nicely, even though I couldn't afford anything. They even let me try on one watch, but I felt judged instantly. Look, I don't know, Glamazons. I am a new mom. My baby boy is now 9 months. I am definitely going to teach him that you don't go running up in people's shops if you're not going to buy anything. And if you would like to go and look at Omega watches, happy to come with you. Happy to get you a Casio because you're a 16-year-old or something like that. And by the way, Casios are nice. Happy to come with you and to have a look around, but you're not going to go into Cartier and waste a bunch of time. I think a watch authorized dealer probably does see a lot of kids who are like teens who want to try things on. Of course, knowing that they're not going to be able to purchase. It's very rare that it'll be a teen who'll be able to purchase. I don't know in your country, but teenagers here are not allowed to have like credit cards and debit cards in their own name and run up charges and stuff. Particularly if it's a minor child. Obviously, in most countries that is not allowed. So most people know a teenager is not going to be buying anything today. Yeah, maybe they can come with their mum or dad another time. But I don't know about going to like a flagship and expecting them to kind of cater to you just because you're a teenage boy. I think the younger generations, honey, no. I have to say I'm not mad at them for being kind of irritated because they just know you're not buying anything. They don't know if your mum and dad are going to, spend any money on you. So I think it's fine. The next one is the same location. The next one is Chanel in Stockholm. I had a terrible experience at the Chanel store in Stockholm. The staff was incredibly rude and judgmental. They made me feel unwelcome based on my outfit. This completely ruined what should have been a pleasant purchasing experience. Essay number one was one of the numerous co-workers who stood out, making the experience really awful. I would not recommend this store to anyone. I don't know, girl. When we lived in Sweden, I was young when my father was working there in the diplomatic service for my country, but Swedish glamazons are super stylish and chic. Sweden has given us a lot of really iconic brands across all price points. Totem, H&M, obviously. These are all iconic brands that are all from Sweden. People are chic and stylish, and even a casual look in Sweden is still really, really nice and sleek. So I think if you look a mess going into luxury stores there, they probably don't think that you're ready to buy anything, even if in the sort of like Scandinavian like style, even if that style is kind of casual, it still looks really chic compared to like other sort of Western standards, in my opinion. So I think that this is one of those things where it's like, you need to know your audience of where you're going in order to avoid getting dragged. The next one, in the same review, She goes on to say that SAs give their cards and tell you to SMS them about items, text them, but they never answer. I mean, and again, this is just one of those things, I swear. I will never understand why SAs, particularly in the European boutiques, do this. They give you their contacts, they tell you contact them, you contact them, and they never reply. Part of me wonders, like, do they do this because they don't want to say no to you, so they just feel like it's easier this way? I think that has to be like part of it, for sure. Because I don't really understand, like, why bother, like, really getting into things with the person and, like, okay, yeah, cool, contact me if you need anything. The person sends you a message and you don't reply. That is annoying. The next one is a Louis Vuitton boutique in Johannesburg in South Africa. Unprofessional staff, definitely not friendly to tourists unless you're purchasing valuable products. I'm looking for a winter beanie for my trip. The staff lost his patience with me when I gave him my old phone number, which wasn't showing up on the system. I've been shopping luxury brands for 20 years. This is the first time I've been treated uncomfortably like this. It's not worth to spend any time in a slow queue. Yeah, I've talked about this store before. I have a lot of experience with this boutique. So does my husband. We've been here many times. The Louis Vuitton Johannesburg store is definitely geared towards the top spenders of the African market. And I think a lot of people, even tourists from other countries, would be shocked at how much money this boutique makes. They have a lot of top tier, high ranking spenders at this store. So I think if you're going in there to buy a beanie, even like one of these sort of more affordable handbags, they're kind of just like, we don't care. Why are you here? The next one is the Gucci boutique in Cape Town in South Africa. Terrible customer service. I was looking for an outfit to attend a wedding. I got chased away for looking underdressed for the store. I'm very upset and would not recommend going there again. Please change your assistance for customer etiquette. I have to say, I do wonder sometimes, like, luxury essays for ready to wear. Why do they do this? Like, why are you rude to someone who is there to, like, buy ready to wear? Because if I'm going to buy clothes, I don't want to, like, look super glam, because I want to wear comfortable clothes so that I can try the clothes on that I'm trying on, versus looking super glamorous to go, like, clothes shopping. That doesn't really make sense. Think about that. You're going to Gucci to buy clothes for a wedding. Presumably she's going there to buy a dress. Gucci's clothes are very expensive. They are very, very, very expensive. So I just don't understand, why be rude? I can't imagine someone going to Gucci to buy clothes for a wedding. This is obviously a very rich client in Cape Town. I can't imagine that person going up there wasting time. Because if it was me, I'd be like, hey, I have a wedding. I need to buy an outfit today. Can you show me really cool clothes for weddings? Like, show me what you have. I don't understand why you'd be rude to that person. I genuinely don't understand. To my Glamazons who are in South Africa, who has shopped at the Gucci in Cape Town, I've never been there. I've only been to the Gucci in Johannesburg, which was absolutely packed to the gills with clients. Honestly, I don't know what Karen thinks of that location, but that location has so many loyal clients. It was rammed to the ceiling with clients. The next one is the Cartier boutique in Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills in America. I really hate that you can't choose your own essay. They just assign whoever is next in line, which I understand is for fairness. But when you get stuck with someone rude, it really ruins the whole experience. This is the second time I've been helped by essay number one, and both times she's been incredibly rude. You can tell she doesn't want to be there, and honestly, it makes me not want to buy anything. Every time I asked a question, she seemed annoyed or irritated, like I was bothering her. And when she did respond, it was really condescending, like I should be lucky she's helping us. She even made a sarcastic comment about looking things up online before we come. They do this at Cartier boutiques a lot. I mean, if everything's online, what's the point of coming at all? This is the second time she helped us, and the second time we left without buying anything. Oh, well, that's probably why she was angry. At first, I thought maybe she was just having a bad day, but now I'm starting to feel like she doesn't like us. Either way, it shows. If you're working at a place like Cartier, treating customers this way, maybe it's time to rethink the job. I don't know, girl. I don't know about going to the store the second time and also not buying something, because now you're getting a reputation, not just with that essay, but also with the location, that you're not a serious client, you're not a serious shopper, you're just a time waster who's here to time waste. I think I said this in a previous, like a few dragging videos ago, but I have to make a decision to, like, go back into retail and open a physical store for one of my businesses here. And definitely this is something that's in the business plan, like the amount of people who maybe go to a boutique to time waste. And just to be clear, time wasting and browsing are not the same thing, because I think one of you, misunderstood something I said in an old dragging video about browsing. I've never said you can't browse. And I think some people who maybe don't like me, which is fine, you don't have to like me, it's a free country. I don't like a lot of your faves either. Woo. No, I don't. Okay? It's okay. It's a free world. You don't have to like me. I've never said that you can't browse. But what I've said is I think just be respectful of people's time, because it's not a museum. It's not a country club. It's a place of business where business is conducted. So I think if you're not purchasing, I think just letting the CA know, like, hey, I'm just here to look around. I'm not going to buy anything today, so don't mind me. That way that they don't have to like invest any time trying to do all the storytelling, trying to show you stuff. You weren't buying anything. The SA pulled your card, honey. She pulled your card and she had an ace and you didn't. Yes, God. Okay. The next one is, hang on, wait. Okay. The next one is the Cartier boutique again at Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills in America. I've been shopping at this Cartier store for almost 10 years, buying mostly cords and love rings for gifts for family. They're not huge purchases, but they're consistent ones. Sadly, I've watched the customer service decline sharply over the years, especially recently. The current SAs have a clear attitude problem, acting as if they are helping someone making smaller purchases is beneath them. It's gotten to the point where you feel like their annoyance, like you're wasting their precious time. Honestly, the issue starts with who they're hiring. I've seen several SAs bounce across different Rodeo Drive stores like Gucci, Tiffany, LV, many of whom are actually fired. It's pretty clear Cartier doesn't bother with thorough background checking. You know, I think there are a few issues because I bought the love ring at the Cartier Champs store and I've shared my experience many times. But not everyone watches every single dragging video. So you could check out the Cartier playlist to see my unboxing and my story time of my experience there. The CA was only nice to me once I repeated over and over again that I was buying something. So obviously at that particular store, they get a lot of tourists who clearly lie to them. Because I've been thinking about this, like, why did she not believe me when I told her the first time I was buying something? And then I realized it's like they get a lot of tourists and content creators who come to film videos at their shopping, but don't buy anything. I really did go shopping that day. I filmed my shopping video for you guys, but I did buy something for sure. And I bought the love ring. The love ring's not a huge purchase, I agree. But I think that with this review, the thing that to note, and I think this is really important, is that brands want to move away from consistent loyalty. And we've talked about this before. They want to move towards that really high sales velocity. Those people who can burst and who can really just make their sales burst and go really, really fast. It's kind of like at a horse race when the number one racehorse is out of the stables, honey, and gets out there and is racing to the end with the jockey. They're looking for those fast horses, honey. They're looking for those race horses. They're not looking for a consistent horse that's been in the game for a while, but isn't as fast as the others. So it's that sales velocity. And we've talked about this before. How quickly you can spend money, I think is something for the brands that's really, really important. I think it's something that they are looking for sales velocity, like your ability to sell really quickly. And it's really interesting because even for me in one of my businesses, which is like a business to business thing, so where you sell to companies, I remember once working with a guy in the business development team. He was really fantastic. His ability to get a ton of sales in a month was incredible. Like, he was an incredible salesperson. He is more valuable because he could get heaps and heaps and heaps of sales and projects in a month versus a salesperson who could sell one massive project every 4 months. It's still better to have the person who can sell quickly, fast, and a lot. So if you're a consistent shopper, but you buy smaller presents, like this person has said, in their eyes, not me, in their eyes, you are less valuable than someone who can burst those sales, make the sales go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. They're really looking for that kind of sale. And to me, those are the bits that cost a few thousand dollars, euros, pounds for every purchase. So if you think about it, the people who can, instead of buying the normal love ring like I bought, if you're someone who can buy the pavé love ring or the pavé juste un clou that goes once The Pavé Juste Clou that goes twice. If you're someone who can buy the gold Panther de Cartier watches with the diamonds, if you're someone who can buy the Pavé Love bracelet, the Pavé Juste Clou, the Pavé Panther de Cartier bangles, they're looking for that. People who can buy diamonds, people who can buy watches that cost a few $1,000s, euros, pounds, and they're definitely looking for people who can spend 10,000 euros, $10,000 in one transaction. The front-loaded spending is really important. And that's why he's noticing that shift in the customer service that he's experiencing. Okay, the next one is the Hermes boutique on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. Rodeo Drive has not been disappointing, and honey, Big Cartier is dragging everyone today. But today we're back at Big H, Rodeo Drive. My husband was really nice to buy me a present from this store. He thought the handbag he had gotten was the one I wanted, but it wasn't. It was a 2024 in orange. Oh God. What I wanted was a Birkin Kelly in any brown or dark tone. When we went to exchange or to return it, they didn't refund the cash payment of almost $10,000, but simply offered a store credit that can only be used in store only. Sorry about that, guys. Not online and not outside the US. We asked about such bags and we were told there's a wait list, and that's a blatant lie and mockery by this SA. I will have to come back with their names. Next time I went there, a few months later, the SA gets my information and puts me on his wait list. He said chances are slim to none. Fast forward, it's been more than 2.5 years and we've never been contacted. No bag is available, and I'm the bearer of a lavish store credit with no possibility of redeeming my intended gift. If I can, I would avoid buying the brand altogether due to their sales practices and imaginary wait list. Yeah, exactly. There is no wait list. There is no wait list. This idea, and yes, again, there's going to be a Pegasus unicorn flying in here saying, there's a wait list. I waited and they called me after 4 years. Please don't. You're going to get yourself blocked. Okay? This Christmas, I'm not playing with the Pegasus unicorns. Write a Pegasus unicorn comment. You can fly away with your unicorn wings from this channel. You're going to get yourself blocked. Okay? There's no wait list. There's no wait list. And you know what I'm going to say? This couple got tricked. And let me tell you, honey, I thought Big H SAs were only, playing around, playing these games in Europe. Looks like in America, Big H SAs are like, hey, let's trick clients as well. He was tricked. Her husband was tricked into buying the 2424, buying it in orange. You know what we've talked about orange before. It's not just me who thinks this. Just for those of you who don't know, there is a feeling that not all oranges, because if you like the color orange, you should buy the bag. But there is a feeling that, the packaging of the bag is orange. The packaging of Hermes is orange, I beg your pardon. So to sell someone an orange bag, it's kind of like they're selling a bag color that is really hard for them to move because it's very self-referential. Again, if you like orange, please buy orange bags and don't mind me. I like orange to wear as a color, like the color. But I feel like it's going to be a tough sell for them to sell. A 2424 in orange is not an easy sell. So the SA saw a mark. The gentleman was there without his wife. And the SA tricked her husband. Is this a Birkin? It's very similar to a Birkin. It's called the 2424. You should buy it. Probably something like that. And the SA tricked her husband. And he was tricked. And so one of you was like, oh, they don't trick people. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. The husband got tricked. But likewise, she also doesn't know a lot about what's going on. Their forums, their groups, their YouTube videos, their TikToks now. There is no wait list. I don't think in America there's a wait list. I think that they can call it a wait list if they want to. These SAs know how to speak to you to get you on their side. Remember, because they have successfully, I'm going to say this word now, and I hope I don't pay for it later. They have managed to pull the wool over people's eyes and con people into thinking that it is a relationship and you show your passion and you get on a list. There's no wait list. I don't think there's a wait list. I don't think in Paris you wait for the stars to align. I think they just don't want to offer you bags because I think that they have bags every day. They just didn't want to give me a cancellation last time, give me a leather appointment, but they give other people. And that's how it is. It is what it is, because when it's you on the winning streak, it's fine. But when it's not you winning, you're kind of like, okay, it's not me. There's no wait list. There's no wait list. There's no wait list. I love this brand, but The games that they play with the girls is a bit too much. There's no wait list. But likewise, I mean, girl, your husband cannot just walk into any Hermes boutique, Rodeo Drive, Beverly Hills, where people probably spend this boutique. Does someone want to guess in the comments how much this boutique makes? I have no idea how much it makes per day. I'm willing to bet money it makes like $1 million a day. I'm willing to bet money it makes $1 million, €1 million a day. Who's willing to bet? Again, we'll never know. I'm willing to bet that. So respectfully, they don't have to give you a buck, and your husband didn't buy any other items. Instead, you're going to get this 24 in orange that no one asked for. Dragged. Absolutely dragged. Okay, the final one is the Hermes boutique in Dallas, in Texas, in America. By the way, fun fact, there is a vibrant Tanzanian community in Texas. So the American Glamsons watching, that's where all the Tanzanians are in Texas. My first time ever at the Hermes store was in LA on Rodeo Drive. I walked in and was not helped at all. No one looked at me. Dragged. I looked for a person and asked to see some scarves. The person helping was not really helping. No suggestions, no questions. I went to my hotel, got online, found what I liked, and came to the back of the store. A different SA came and was also super rude. I gave up on Hermes for years. I just recently was blessed by a friend who gifted me a Birkin. I was not really excited, but when I did my research on the bag, I was so impressed by the story of Hermes, blah, blah, blah. I decided maybe Rodeo was just a bad experience, and decided to give the Dallas store another chance. Me and my husband walked into the Dallas location, and the lady started helping us. She was nice in the store and showed me everything I asked about. My husband actually surprised me with a small Evelyn that day. We were so excited, thinking maybe this could be our place. My SA gave me her number and told me to text her with questions if I need anything to purchase. I got home. I texted her a few days later with questions. She didn't reply. I texted her again. She didn't reply. Oh! You're getting the big H SA treatment. Bibbity bobbity boo. You have been tricked. Hocus pocus tricked. Okay. This was the worst experience I've ever had. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe something happened. She was on holiday. But on my birthday, I was really disappointed. She, of course, did not approach us. They go to the store on her birthday. When we got home, my husband reached out to management, and she finally called and pretty much told me she couldn't text back because I was asking inventory questions. So I guess she could not call and just tell me that. But me and my husband were understanding and decided to give her another chance. Girl, I'm losing patience with how many chances you're giving big H people. This week, it was our anniversary. There was a scarf I wanted at the store. And I went with my husband to ask for it. He texted to help, surprise me with it. Guess who did not reply to my husband's text? Yeah, I know. He ended up buying the scarf I like online, even paying the shipping price. He didn't want to go back to the store. If I knew this is how it was going to be, I would look for another brand. There are also a lot of great brands out there. And if Big H isn't interested in regular people that just want something nice to celebrate, then that's their loss. That's what life is about, loving and appreciating each other. Girl, Big H doesn't care about regular people. That's the final Dragon review. Let's keep it real. It's okay. And again, guys, I don't come from a culture of doing the whole self-deprecating thing. A lot of people in the English-speaking social media world put themselves down and do self-deprecating stuff. I don't do that. I'm sorry, I don't do that. I've read a lot of self-help books about believing in myself and in my dreams, and you have to believe in yourself to do business, trust me. So I'm not going to put myself down. I'm not going to put anyone else down, and I advise you guys don't put yourself down. However, they are not interested in people who can't spend a ton, not for these types of locations. I think Dallas is in Texas, isn't there? Lots of oil money. There are a lot of oil millionaires, oil billionaires in Texas. This is a place where there's heaps of cash and a lot of money rolling around. You went in there, okay, you bought an Evelyn. The Evelyn doesn't count to your profile. Okay, fine. Then she's asking inventory questions. She's probably asking about more affordable pieces, because if she was asking about fine jewelry, exotic SLGs, exotic shoes, the essay's going to reply. The essay's going to reply because they get a commission on those bits in America. And then, and then here, okay, I'm going to give her a chance. You keep giving all these chances. And then the husband calls the manager gets the SA to call her back, and she's like, you're asking inventory questions. So SA felt like you're not a real shopper, and you're not a serious client to buy any other item. Something that really struck me about this one here in Dallas is the fact that they go in again and again. The scarves, The scarves, rear their face again in these big H dragging like stories and dragging reviews. The moment someone says scarf, they're heading to be dragged unless they know you there. So they're hoping that they're going to have a good experience. Maybe they thought the Evelyn cost them nothing to give you an Evelyn. They don't get any commissions from, giving you the Evelyn. It just, I don't know, guys. I just kind of feel like, for me, anyway, I don't know what you guys think. I just kind of feel like Big H have made it clear. And of course, every Big H store is different. There's some Big H boutiques in cities that maybe where the income is less than maybe say Rodeo Drive or London or New York or Paris or Milan or Shanghai or Dubai. There might be where they want to build those long-term relationships, but I think all luxury brands are moving away from this idea of building these like long-term relationships with clients. I think that they're over it and they don't want. They feel like it is too much effort for the CA. And I have to say, as a businesswoman, I don't blame them. It's the same amount of energy to make less money investing in someone who spends less. Whereas, for example, if you think about it this way, if you are like someone like me, or you live in a country without a store, I'm probably better off shopping fewer times throughout the year, but spending more money with the same CA versus like trying to build a relationship over multiple years. Because the CA might be like, this person's an international shopper. I would much prefer that this person spends, just speaking out loud, that this person spends like 20,000 euros every time or 30,000 euros every time. That way I can, when they come to town, I can expect 30,000 euros, 20,000 euros coming in that I can show the manager versus someone who's maybe spending 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 euros every time that they come to the store. Even if you're someone who's a Big H person, and it's not even about the quota bag, we're talking about the sales velocity. The fact that she was like, okay, the scarf or this and this and this. The essay was just like, I'm not going to make any money from this client, so I'm going to start doing what Big H essays know how to do, honey. They take your contact details and start ignoring you. Don't worry, I have also been tricked. You got dragged. It's okay, I've been dragged too. That's why we have dragging videos. So let me know what you think about that one. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. Just when I was reading that one, I was like, that one was so good, I had to feature it. So which one were your favorites from today's dragging episode? We're starting the marathon today, so tune in tomorrow because there'll be another dragging episode. I'll try and feature different brands, different parts of the world. Oftentimes it's just like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I haven't checked in. I was thinking about the Rodeo Drive Big H when I was researching the video. I was like, God, I haven't read about there in a while. Let me go see what's going on over there. And obviously it didn't disappoint. And then I was like thinking about Texas, because that's where a lot of the Tanzanian community in America live in Texas. So I was like, let me go check out what's going on over there. But also Dior have just opened a boutique in Stockholm. I saw that on Instagram and I reposted it on my Instagram. And I was thinking, let me go see what's going on at the Cartier boutique in Stockholm. And of course it didn't disappoint. So I really hope you like this one. Can't wait to hear what you guys think about everything. Again, you got tricked. This is what they do. Not all of them. Many Big H essays do this if they think that it's not worth investing time. Same thing with Louis Vuitton. If they just, I don't know why they give the contact details if they have no intention of building with you. Like, why bother giving the contact details? That's all I want to know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It's really important to subscribe.